Right, we are live.
Yay!
Hello.
Hello and welcome. I am Ronnke, your GM, and joining me today in order of their character avatars, we have Nosh, Mel, Gigaman. FX Engineer is likely to show up, but he's not here at the moment, and Rigel Kent. Today we embark on our Star Wars campaign titled Vanguard, using the very awesome and versatile GURPS system by Steve Jackson Games. Not everyone can watch the live stream, but worry not, our sessions are available on YouTube as audio-only podcasts. Or YouTube and as audio-only podcasts. You can find the links in the video description. If you find our content appealing and engaging, we kindly request that you show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our Twitch and YouTube channels. Before we dive into the action, does anyone have any character business they'd like to address?
Yes. Nosh
Yes,
is going
yes.
to yes. Nosh is going to drop. No, Daryl is going to drop 2 points into his high performance spaceship skill. Piloting.
You've had some practice flying.
And
That should work.
as we've seen, all of the troopers apparently have high pain threshold, and Luck did not. So Luck is spending 10 points and picking up high pain threshold.
Does he still have some spare points for flesh wounds?
He does.
Tina
Cool.
did some body language checks in the last one, so I'm going to dump a point into that, if that's all right.
That's fine. Oh, I should probably bring this up. Since we know the official ruling on learning skills from default, do we want to apply those official rules or just play it as we've always played it?
I don't see how the overall experience is enhanced by changing things at this point.
The official rules being that if you make a skill on default, you can then do an IQ roll. If you succeed that IQ roll, you may then put earned character points into that skill, or character points that you earn during that session into that skill. So I guess
the IQ check on the next session. Am I misremembering that?
IQ on next session. That's what it was. I bumped Nim's move one.
cool. And I guess that's everyone for the moment. We will we'll address FX Engineer once he joins. Say a hello to Big Sexy in the chat.
Hey, Mike.
Hello.
All right, if there's no other character business, do we have any questions from relating to the previous session? Otherwise, we will kick off episode 4.
Is this
An
4?
Old Hope episode.
An Old Hope. Nosh, are you ready to read the crawl?
I am ready to read the crawl.
Right, you may begin soon as you see the crawl appear.
Well, it's already running for me, but here we go. Episode 4, Twilight Hunters. To fulfill an arrangement made with Nara Tao'ni, the small band of resistance fighters from Fantine has agreed to locate Nara's brother Dexar and bring him home. Acting on the information provided by Nara, the group has traveled to the resort world of Alassa Major in search of Greeva Varrin, a former member of the Crimson Corsairs pirate band, and the only lead to the whereabouts of Dexar. Meanwhile, Moff Quarsh Panaka, displeased with the recent failings of Administrator Krytal, has traveled to Fantine with plans to personally oversee an end to the insurgency and the restoration of order.
Thank you.
So he's there to oversee the end of order? That's interesting.
End of the insurgency and the restoration of order.
Uh-huh. Phrasing.
Okay. So, in heading to Alassa Major, you have some NPCs that you can bring along now, since your little band of rebels is growing, and you'll have to tell me how you actually get there. What methods you choose.
That's a really good question.
Where is it?
It is along the, was it Enarch route, trade route?
Where's the space
Map!
map?
Okay, one moment.
Come on, GM, get with it.
Because he's in the upside down.
He's on the wrong side of the clock.
So while it's not labeled, that little dot there is Alassa Major. It is a resort world where many wealthy patrons from the core systems they travel to rest and recuperate. Other than that, there is nothing particularly interesting about that system.
So
At
we need to
least
get at least
not
5
until
of us
much
over there.
further into the Star Wars timeline.
We need to get 5 of us over there, and we need to get 6 of us back, at least.
Well, to be fair, we don't know that dude is going to be there. We're just there to talk to a guy. And after we talk to the guy, then we have a idea of where to go from there. Unfortunately for us, our talk to a guy guy is fighting his internet.
Derail will be plotting a course.
Yeah, but how are we going to actually get there? What vessel are we
Yeah.
going to be taking?
What is the occupancy of the Shrieker?
You could fit yourselves and more. It is like a transport, so it's much like the the Y-wing? No, not Y-wing. The
U-wing.
U-wing. That's it.
Right.
So you do have your comfy pilot stuff, but it's not made for long trips.
So we could get there in that. However, that presents somewhat of a problem, being that it is a Crimson Corsair ship.
Well, at this point, Tina's probably painted the damn thing pink, so it may not
is
look
true.
like it did before.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think
As she's hiding the paint guns.
I don't think it's pink. I think it's cosmic salmon.
And it's done slowly, so every day you come there and you don't recognize the change. But by the end of it, it's pink.
It's a flying bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
Ugh.
I'm not entirely sure I'm comfortable getting on that ship.
How common is that make and model.
Common enough. It's not quite your YT series of freighters, but it's common. It's not like it's, Crimson Corsairs specific.
So I guess as long as we've done what we can to make it not resemble its former self, then we're probably okay.
You could probably hack its transponder and stuff like that if you wanted to be extra vigilant.
I'm assuming we needed to do that anyway. Ooh,
All right.
if we rename it, what do we name it?
Certainly something to give some thought to.
All right, well that's our ride. We know where we're going.
Not planning on taking your arc fighter?
I don't know why you'd want to split it up.
Okay, so we will assume that you're taking the Shrieker. I'll bring up an image of that one for you. Well, not so much for you, but for viewers. This guy here.
I got it. The minnow.
What's the relevance of that, other than Gilligan's Island?
Does there need to be more?
What about your NPCs? Are you going to bring any of those along?
I don't know if we can fit them all.
We probably can. But I mean, what do we have? We've only got a couple of droids.
No, you have
Ronan, who apparently
Ronan.
is
Oh, right.
Hiddleston.
And you have Dead Meat and Red Jumper.
Oh, they're sticking with this? I thought they went back with what's his face.
Yeah, I assume they returned.
I thought no. Well, at least Red Jumper stayed.
I mean,
I
it's
figured they
cool.
would just be
Both of them
recurring
wanna,
NPCs.
yeah, it's cool. Both of them are like, hey, yeah, boss, we want to hang out here. This looks like it's going to be an easy mission. Nothing really bad happens. And then one of them dies.
They have to live up to their monikers.
Well, we know which ones are going to die.
Not Sean Bean.
Not Sean Bean.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Is speaking of Sean Bean, on the Friday game, I'm running Warhammer, and Giger's character is basically he ripped off Dean Winchester. So I had introduced his dad, and I made the comment. It's like, yeah, I'm planning on killing him. If he hadn't already been cast, I would have used Sean Bean, so you would have known that.
Let's see. If it's based roughly off the U-Wing. The U-Wing has 2 pilots, 2 optional gunners, and 8 passengers.
So yeah, it's listed as a starfighter / support craft. So I think it would be more accurate to say it's a support craft that is starfighter scale.
Let's say, for practical purposes, that we don't know how many we're going to end up needing to bring back, so we might need the space.
So not bringing any of your NPCs?
Yeah, that makes the most sense at the moment. Are all of them capable, or any of them capable of piloting / hyperspace stuff? Because we can always have them potentially standing by to bring the starfighter as necessary.
It looks like FX has joined the channel.
Who?
But if he's speaking, I can't hear him. And he's connecting to Fantasy Grounds. Their capability in piloting is limited. You wouldn't exactly call them a pilot. They could fly if they had to, but that's not their thing.
I just linked image there, Ronnke. That is
Crappy
the
image.
Well, it's not that. I mean, it's given us the central part.
Yeah, I imagine that's a fair approximation of your ship.
All right, so what you need to do is get me the original size of the Shrieker image, so I can put the cutaway over it like it actually belongs there.
Nice.
There, maybe that one's better for you there, Daniel.
Well, yeah.
I still do kind of like that ship. That's a cool ship.
It has character.
By the looks of it, the door gunners are considered passengers because there's only 6 seats. Actually, no, there's seats on the side there as well. So
Yeah, there's the
no, the door gunners
wall
are
seats.
the door gunners are considered passengers.
Given the experience I've had with modern armored personnel carriers, I can tell you that you could probably get about 30 people in there.
Crew,
You try hard
pilots
enough.
2, door gunners up to 2, optional. Minimum crew 1, passengers 8.
Yeah, but
Alright,
looking up the image there, we've got 6 passenger seats and the 2 door gunner seats.
Yeah, those
Yep.
are seats you could obviously
Can you
add
guys hear me?
more.
We can.
We can.
Nope.
So now that you've joined, is there any character points or bookkeeping for Bosco?
Oh man, I haven't even had a chance to think about it.
Well, that
I'm
makes the
actually
answer easy.
yeah, so I would say no. But let me just think about it for a moment, if you don't mind, if I can, because I've got a couple points. I'm on my mobile hotspot on my phone, I'm using my phone.
Well, you
And
might
they're
want
trying-
to hold on to those points in case you need them to avoid dying.
Flesh wins.
Yeah, I mean I could.
I'll share the crawl to you so you know where we're up to. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to load off your mobile hotspot.
So you're doing Fantasy Grounds on the phone.
Did that
I'm
share to
on
you?
my computer. Yep, I have episode 4, Twilight Hunters.
Okay. Feel free to read that while you sort out your stuff and work out if you're spending points. We shall continue. So you're taking the Shrieker, which is yet to be rechristened, and you're not taking any NPCs. So it's just you 5.
I'm sure that won't come back to bite us in the butt at all.
Oh, right. So at this point, well, we are kind of mid-operation here, but at this point, does anybody not have the piloting skills still?
I don't have pilot. Well, I don't have high performance pilot.
Right. Specifically high performance
I don't have it.
or starship, if whichever version you're using.
I can pilot contragrav and flight pacts.
And Tina does not have it. She only has contragraph.
It's something to consider for later to pick up.
I was Bosco was interested in getting that skill. He just didn't want to, have any overlap with, with the real or anybody else that had it, as a redundant skill.
Now, at this point, it's probably a good idea if everybody has it at some point.
We'll happily take some piloting lessons from Darryl or anybody else, and then the next session, put a couple of pointers into it.
Righto. Prior to your departure to Alassa Major, is there any preparation that you would have liked to do? Any particular stuff that you would like to bring?
My drugs.
All of them?
That's outside your normal standard stuff.
I can't think of anything other than my normal loadout to bring.
Ditto.
Righto. So, I guess, Daryl, can you give me a navigation, unless someone is going to be your navigator, can you give me a navigation hyperspace and also a pilot roll, please? Both skills a success, so you don't die. You don't crash into a star or anything like that.
Excellent.
Alright, so you'll continue on your mobile hotspot. All good. Hopefully it holds up. Your ship will exit hyperspace a safe distance from the planet, and you will see Alassa Major through your viewport.
That's a good point. How long is this trip? Ballpark.
It's
Star Wars
quite
hyperspace.
short.
Star
Talking
Wars
hours,
hyperspace.
minutes, days.
I actually did do the parsecs on the map, so
It depends on A, which system you're using, B, which version of the movies you're using, whether it's pre-Dark Ages, aka Disney, or post Evil Disney, where freaking hyperspace seems like almost instantaneous.
it is 770 parsecs as the crow flies.
That seems like an awful lot.
Well, that's based off the scale that's on the map. Or did I not read that properly?
Well, how fast does the ship
Yeah,
go as far as parsecs
770
are concerned?
parsecs. I think your standard hyperdrive is a class 12.
Nah, class 12 is way too
sorry.
slow. It's generally
No.
like class 2 or
Class
3.
2 with a class 12 backup.
Yep. Yeah, I was about to say the 12 is generally backup. So I think the Falcon had class 0.5, and then it had a times 10 or class 10 backup, which is why it took so long for them to limp to from Hoth to
Bespin.
I'm sorry, Anoat to Bespin.
I feel the backup was an invention after the fact to explain.
It was an invention after the fact. Yeah, it showed up in Weston Games, I want to say.
Right, but okay, so still, how fast is the class 2 then?
Not as fast as the 0.5. I'd have to break out the old books to see how they determine that, and those are all way over there.
What is it you're trying to work out?
I just wanted to know how long it was going to take.
It took exactly that long.
That's not really an answer.
Maybe
Right,
someone can do a Google search, see if there's an online hyperspace calculator.
What's
I guess
the
the answer is nobody actually knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. It fluctuates depending upon, well, frankly, who's writing
Plot.
it and such like that. What's the plan once we actually get there? I mean, how are we gonna find this dude?
What instructions did we have in this regard? Is that all we have is a name?
You have a name and a description of the guy, and you know that he was a former Crimson Corsair, and he's currently got a little operation going here on Alassa Major. So you will need to do your streetwising research, whatever, to track him down. Pay some bribes. Do the faceband stuff.
Since this is a pirate or a former pirate, is he former?
Former Crimson Corsair.
Okay, so that might be not streetwise. If he was still a pirate, it would be streetwise.
All right, so you arrive at the planet, and you will fly in and land at the major starport, which is Alassa Major City. I have a picture here for you. The environment is tropical, nice and warm, lots of green trees, blue water. Looks very pretty, and very expensive. Where's the image? Did I not import it?
Bad GM, bad.
Sorry, one moment while I try and find it.
Right. What's he looking for? I had to step briefly away. And
Some
Okay, found it.
image.
No, I didn't find it. I might have to re-import it. So yeah, it's a very fancy looking place. Definitely looks like, you know, your typical resort holiday venue. Very expensive though.
oh, it's not like Space Florida in Andor?
Well, I'm not familiar with Florida, so I assume.
You watched Andor. That was basically Space Florida he was at. And
Space
hid the
Miami.
stuff.
What was the name of
Okay.
that one?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Well, consider it Space Florida then.
Until we see otherwise.
Is that where
So
everybody goes to die or to retire?
exactly. So we're just gonna hit the streets then. Is that the plan? I guess we don't have any better plan at this point. Aside
Yeah,
from
it's
standing on a street corner and yelling out the guy's name.
yeah. This is once again those situation where it's like, damn, I don't have the skill set for that. Niamos.
Right,
NIAMOS.
yes.
Tropical resort world dominated by picturesque beaches and hotels. So, Space Florida.
I'll go get some Revnog. You guys want any?
Ah, it looks more like Space Hawaii.
What was that?
Revnog. I get the green ones. I like those.
If anyone has like compulsive carousing and stuff like that, this would be the place that you would have to make a roll, so as not to get sidetracked.
Does anybody have that?
That is an interesting
No.
question.
I don't have anything that's compulsive.
Oh, well, don't have compulsive. No. I don't have carousing either. I probably should. I want to make a note.
Yeah, Tina
Right.
is a workaholic, so I imagine she's probably going to be like, so where do we find this guy?
Yeah, and that's the thing that I'm wondering. It's like, okay, what apart from what we have based off of the scroll about looking for this dude, and I had this the thing around here somewhere. What do we know about him? Do we have a picture? Do we have last address, etc., etc.?
You don't have last address, except that you know that he's got an operation set up here. The details of that operation you're not entirely sure of. That information's not given to you. You do have description. I will share the image for you.
He's totally retired from piracy, and he's now running a food truck. That's a hover food truck.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that he's a lounge singer and has like a sparkly jacket.
Oh, that's even better. That we're totally going to go with that. He's now a lounge singer with a sparkly jacket. That's sort of a sparkly jacket.
Yeah,
Close.
Needs a little more sparkles on it, but I want to hear the Star Wars equivalent of Elvis.
Yeah, I smell a rat here.
Actually, the AI image, I asked for weasel-like features.
That's a pretty big chest for a weasel.
He's a very angry weasel.
Unfortunately, I don't know of any canon races that are weasel-like.
Meh. Star Wars. There's so many damn different kinds.
I seem to recall something like 20 million sentient species or something. A lot, anyway.
One many lots.
So that's the guy, and he apparently will have information.
All right, so we have a name, a face, and a race attached to it. And the fact that he has some kind of operation.
He's a lounge singer. We've decided that. The GM has to adjust his adventure accordingly.
Done. He's a lounge singer.
Nice.
What's the name of his bar?
It's not a bar. He sings in a lounge.
Bar, lounge, restaurant, whatever it is. Casino.
Well, that you'll have to find out. So, Luck, you are the leader of this group. Instruct your troop as to what you're to do here. With regards to weapons and stuff, you're allowed a sidearm. Big guns, rifles, and the sort are not permitted. Or at least you will draw the attention of the authorities.
So what is the bulk thing that they start going, wait a minute, that's too big?
It's sort of anything more than a pistol, so pistol's what, bulk 2?
Depends on the pistol, I think. It does look like most of them are 2, yeah.
I think rifles start at 4 and like submachine guns start at 3.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, I'm thinking carbine is my carbine's 3. Right.
And this place here is a known holiday vacation area for rich core people.
So ultimately, I am trying to. I'm wanting to know. Okay, are we literally? Is it like anything above more than 2 is like, nope, sorry, that's going to draw too much attention. And what about armor as well?
Your armor is fine. Unless, of course, you have rocket launchers and cannons hanging off your armor. But your
Not yet.
body armor is fine. We'll say anything bigger than 2, or anything that's not classed as a sort of sidearm, it's not that it's not illegal, but you're going to draw attention, unwanted attention.
Bunch of whoopses. Right. So, Luck, recognizing that this is not his area of speciality, is likely going to be consulting with Bosco and Nim about, okay, how do we find this guy?
We stay together or we split up?
Yes,
Maybe-
that's what he's asking.
Maybe we split up into 2 groups.
I will actually show you a picture of Dexar, since you would have that as well.
Wouldn't that be funny if we found him first?
Well, we could do maybe some streetwise rolls, possibly. Oh, I don't know if we're familiar with the area necessarily.
Guy looks a bit like Caviezel.
Maybe a little bit.
If we're going to split up, we're going to have an odd team, but that's not, a deal breaker. I guess it would make sense if we're doing that Bosco would go the high road and Nim would take the low road, and whoever wants to follow along follows along.
Need to create a little graphic like you did for Sea Dogs. You can drag the avatars on who's going where.
Well, I've got that. It's on the wiki, so you could actually go in there and do your own version of it.
So 36 hours.
Yeah, that's roughly, because it's mid-rim to mid-rim, which is 36 hours. The hyperdrive modifier is ×2 because we've got a type 2, but you're going to have it because we are in the same quadrant. So it's just 36 hours plus or minus according to, I guess it'd be navigation hyperspace. I don't know exactly how that would coordinate. Oh yeah, I guess I was just looking at the one that I had posted and realized, oh, it chops that stuff off.
I wonder if we should copy that over to the wiki.
I guess if we're going to use that and sort of be consistent with GURPS for every
Honestly,
margin
it
of
was
success.
D20. Yeah, it's D20, and it's got the astrogate check in the second link, and it's pretty close. It's like failure by 5 or more, hyperspace mishap occurs. Failure by 1 to 4, the jump occurs. You add 1d12 hours to travel time. Success by 0 to 4, it occurs, no time modifier, and so on.
It's not bad.
Cool. Do you want to create a note for that?
Sure, I
And
can do that.
we'll use that for future reference. Until such time as the plot requires you to go faster or slower. Okay, so who was going with Nim?
Tina will go with Nim.
Now, bear in mind, when I say he's going to the low road, that means I'm using streetwise and I'm going to less than legal places.
Sounds like fun.
All right, you're in.
So you'll be using Streetwise. What is the other group going to be doing?
Gambling.
All right.
I guess that's Bosco doing the diplomacy and such like that.
Daryl's going to find himself gravitationally attracted to the casinos.
Does Daryl have a compulsive gambling or anything like that?
No.
Alright, so Daryl will wander off to the casinos, dragging Bosco along and Luck.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out whether which one he would go with. I think he's probably going to go more likely with Nim simply because he's expecting that's going to be more likely where any actual trouble is going to happen.
Okay, so with Nim's party, can you give me your Streetwise roll? If there's any complementary skills or assistance taking place, then make those rolls first.
I don't believe either one of them had streetwise, but that doesn't mean you couldn't use something else.
Tina's got Streetwise. It's at a 12. I'm not sure what your skill's at, though.
16. If you got a 12, that's a decent chance of success, so you might as well help.
I will be happy to let my dice destroy you.
I realize I probably shouldn't have said that.
Nope, I think we lost.
Yeah, FX.
They pulled the plug on him. That's about
There
right.
we go. That's not bad.
Very well.
So that's an assist for Nim.
I'm assuming Luck doesn't have anything there.
No, I mean, I've got Urban Survival. I've got Intimidate.
We might need those later. All right, so the roll with assist. Made it by lots. Almost crit. Of course, that's not taking into account population size and all that. And whether or not he wants to be found.
Okay, so succeed by lots. You will start asking. You'll start asking around, heading to the seedier parts of town, dodgy cantinas, and so forth, and you'll drop the name. A few people will tell you that they've heard of this guy. Some of them will say, the snake owes me money. He tried to scam me on some, Starship parts. Apparently had a deal that fell through. So there's a few people that have nasty things to say about him.
All of them say he has a good singing voice, though.
But apparently he has a really good singing voice.
We're going to drag the GM kicking and screaming to that.
You've already won. He's a lounge singer. That's why he left the Pirates. He wanted to pursue a different career
But
path.
I want to sing.
You have heard that Greeva often visits a cantina called the Stellar Sip.
We have a name.
For those of you that are going the gambling route, you will head into a casino. You have a variety of casinos. You've got your cheap, dodgy casino, and then you've also got your 5-star casino resorts. Which casino are you going to?
Sounds like it's
Something
up
up-
to you, Daryl.
Something a little more upscale, I think.
So
Yeah,
5-star
Bosco's
or
leading
maybe
that group.
4-star?
He's probably going to go highbrow.
Maybe 4-star.
They're going to give you a tuxedo. You're going to be a Wookiee in a tuxedo.
I like this plan.
That would be hilarious. All right, so you go to one of the flashier casinos. Give me a reaction roll for Daryl to see how he's treated when he enters. Wow, apparently pretty good. That's hilarious. Daryl, you don't need to wear a tuxedo, but when you go on the casino floor, you do have to relinquish or check any weapons that you have on your person.
Daryl didn't take any weapons with him, just his satchel, and that's all.
You will find a whole host of different games. You've got, the equivalent of your pokie machines, or like slot machines, I think is what you know them as. Does pokie machines, is that a reference you guys are familiar with?
Nope.
You can kind of guess.
Not me.
Though.
I was just about to ask, what is that when you said, or slot machines? I'm like, okay, I know what a slot machine is.
And then you have tables and different games around the place. Sabak and
Can I make
whatever.
Can I make a gambling roll? Now, gambling's an IQ based skill anyway, but a gambling roll in some way to determine if I can guess which table is perhaps, not the best gamblers.
Perception-based gambling?
Yeah, perception-based gambling. That works.
Okay, let me give that a try.
Unless they're faking it just to clean you out.
Well, see, you go to the table with the old ladies, but you don't know if are they sharks or are they don't know what they're doing.
You have a table where there's I don't recall. Well, I don't know if you guys remember the scene in Canto Blight where there's this little
That
alien,
didn't happen.
little
None of that
alien that's putting coins into BB-8. Drunk alien. He's sitting at a table and he's playing, and he seems to be playing fairly poorly. There's some others, around his caliber. Not fantastic, or at least they don't seem to be playing the game to what skill 14, at least to your caliber.
When I sit down now, Daryl, he doesn't want to overly intimidate everyone, but he's gonna sit down. He's gonna kind of smile, and then he's gonna kind of give like this look, but he doesn't want to scare people.
Well, you'll sit at the table. It's not designed for Wookiees, so your legs are a little sort of cramped. Kind of feels like you're sitting on a child's chair. But you can find your spot at the table. The people on either side of you will sort of shuffle a little bit further away, and you will get some looks from the other players as you take your seat. That's hilarious. Yes, the deal does point to a sign that says no ripping arms off.
Okay.
Daryl, you're going to gamble. We'll do this simply. You will indicate what sort of stake you're going to put down in terms of credits. You'll make your gambling roll. It will be a contest versus the house. And if you win, every margin of success will be a 10% win on your stake, or a 10% loss.
All right. I'm going to put down 4,000 credits.
You're rich.
Feeling rich.
You'll put down 4,000 Imperial credits. They'll sort of clank onto the table. You'll push them forward. The dealer will collect them, count them, and then deposit them in the little slot, and hand out some chips, or push forward some chips. And you'll notice that this has drawn the attention of the other players, as your pile of chips is several times larger than theirs.
Okay.
What sort of game are you looking for? You're looking for a game that's played against the other players, or played against the house? Should have asked you that before.
I think against the other players.
Okay. Since we have three people, we can we'll do it like this. Tina, can you roll a 10? Well, how will I do this? A D3 plus 10. That will be your skill.
Oh,
Not-
D3. I'm sorry.
I think you can right click. Or maybe not. So your skill will be 11. Nim, give me a roll. Same roll.
Run that by me again.
So it'll be 10 plus a D3. That's your skill level
okay.
in gambling.
Da, 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 da. Huh. Looks like you don't have the ability to. Oh, there it is. They did it differently now.
All right, so
So
your
12.
skill will be 12 and luck. Cool. Thank you, Phil.
Yep. Right. So I'm rolling a D3. Why did I roll a D3? I'm sorry. I was super zoned in on the travel time thing.
This is your gambling skill. You're going to be the players at this table playing against Daryl.
I'm going to be a little old lady.
Your gambling skill will be 11.
That's about right.
All right, so can I get a roll from everyone? This will represent a period of play.
My little old lady's kicking butt. She got a success by 4. Oh, the Rhodian got better. Man. We're kicking
No.
Drill's butt.
Again, the dealer will point to the sign that says no ripping arms off. But Daryl, you have lost 10% of your stake, so 400 credits.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
All right.
And we'll say that that's after half an hour of play. Does Daryl intend to play longer, and is there anything that Daryl is particularly wanting to achieve other than potentially making or losing money?
Daryl is going to. He's going to put another 4. He's going to put 400 credits back in.
All right, so your stake will be $4,000 again.
Well, I've put $4,000 in already. I've lost 400. I think I'm just putting 400 back in, not 4,000.
All right, so you're going to play with 400 instead of $4,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So, give me another gambling roll from everyone.
Little old lady didn't do that great. She failed by 3.
So, the margin of success is going to be 1 versus Tina's player. What's Tina? If luck is a little old lady, what's Tina?
Tina is the country bumpkin that struck oil.
Hyperfuel.
Well, hell, look at that. My luck finally cashed in.
And the
All right.
Rhodian shoots her.
With that drill, you will have a margin of success versus Tina by 1, so you'll win 10% of your stake, so an extra 40 credits.
Man.
Okay.
You guys are taking this little old lady's all of her money that she needs to get her drugs and stuff.
She's saying that, you know, she has surgery and she's trying to save up for her surgery.
That's right. This is her space social security.
She empties the contents of her handbag and purse onto the table and starts, you know, moving everything around looking for the pennies. Is Daryl going to continue to gamble?
Just 1 second.
He's trying to figure out how much he wants to clean out the old lady.
Yeah, so I'm just checking up on one of my disadvantages. Hang on.
Hanging on.
And is there anything in
Starting to
particular
slip.
other than the gambling that you're hoping to achieve?
No, he just wants to gamble.
What he's totally unaware of is the guy that we're looking for is absolutely in this area singing.
Yeah, Greeva's on the stage, singing
Exactly.
Viva Alassa.
So Daryl is not feeling terribly selfless at this moment.
Oh, I'm certain the old lady was lying, but that's beside the point.
So he's going to continue to gamble.
Okay, what's your stake for this round?
He's going to put in. Going to put in 1,000.
Okay, give me another roll, everyone, on the gambling. Let's try and clean out Daryl.
Come on, I need a 3. I need a 3. Just a 3. Oh, man. I failed by 3. Well, I guess I got a 3.
All right, so Tina won by 3 versus Daryl's 2. So the margin of success is a failure by 1. So Daryl, you will lose 10%. And of course, the NPCs are losing money. The old lady seems to be losing a lot.
Yeah, she is.
All right. So how much is Daryl? What's Daryl walking away from this table in the end?
So you started with 4 grand, you lost 400, then you won 40, and then lost 100. So you've lost math 400 and hang on a sec.
460.
That's what I'm thinking. So you lost total of 500, but won. Was it 40? Yeah. So you've lost 460.
I lost 460 off of my initial amount. Okay.
So Daryl, you'll be walking away from the table poorer than you started.
But
Which
you came
is-
away with a couple of extra arms.
Which is not uncommon in a casino, at least with my experience.
Okay. Well, that's all right. I will walk away, but I'm going to be putting some more points in old gambling. I can tell you that much.
Well, he's already pretty good at it.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, you just had some bad rolls.
Since the old lady's lost a lot, she's getting aggressive and she starts yelling at the table, "Rip his arms off!" to some of the other players. trying to encourage Daryl to get violent, and then security will come and drag
Wait.
her out.
Who won? It was Tina. Yeah, so
Uh,
she's going to start accusing him of cheating. So, in order
Here we
to
go
try to
again.
get Daryl to rip his arms off. Yeah, I know, right?
The Rhodian shoots both of them.
Since Bosco, have we heard anything from Bosco?
He is still struggling with his network.
Nice. Is that an AI image of Chewie?
Mm-hmm. A Wookiee in a tuxedo with a bow tie in a casino.
Nice.
So the country bumpkin is he's gonna be like super honest face, innocent looking, and he's just gonna go over to the old lady and give her try to give her a little kiss on the top of her head and say, now, grandmother, let me take you out to dinner.
And then she stabs him to death right in front of everybody.
Yeah, she totally needs to do that.
And tears
Shoots him.
his arms off.
She grabs the little cocktail umbrella, clenches it in her fist, and begins to stab the country bumpkin in the gut.
Ow, ow, ow.
Daryl is going to just kind of make a growling noise and shake his head as if to say, "Stop it."
Roll intimidation. The old lady is not intimidated. Neither is the country bumpkin.
Because he's too busy getting stabbed to death.
Daryl will just shrug and go, and walk away.
It's not long before, Daryl, as you're leaving the table, you see there's some security dragging the old lady out of the casino.
And she's been stunned.
That's it.
You hear, stop resisting. Stop resisting. Don't tase me, bro. But, yeah. She gets stunned and tased and then dragged out. All the while, you never noticed that Greeva Varrin was singing on the stage. Okay. Anything else you want to do in the casino?
I think Daryl's going to just go get himself a drink at the bar and listen to the whoever the hell that is singing so horribly up on the stage.
So can the country bumpkin help Daryl out and be totally socially insensitive at the same time?
Sure.
I absolutely want to hear this.
So Daryl's up there drinking, and here comes the country bumpkin, and he's like clutching his stomach, like, man, I don't know what got into her. And he says, well, at least the music's good. That guy up there on stage has got a great voice, although between you and me, he looks kind of like something I stomped out back behind my barn. And then he kind of looks at Daryl and sees exactly what he said. And he's like, oh, no offense. I'm just going to excuse myself. And he wanders off.
Daryl will shake his head, groan, and then look up at the guy singing, and the penny will drop.
Give me a perception roll.
To see if the penny actually did drop.
Sure. In the stage lights and stuff like that, you watch the guy sing for a bit. He's dressed all fancy and such in his Viva Alassa outfit, and he finishes his set. He'll say, "Thank you very much," and walk off stage. You'll see him.
Darrell will let others know I've located the lounge lizard, and I'm going to start to follow him.
Damn it, he's right. This dude should have been a lizard.
Damn it.
Damn it! You should have told. You should have told me he was going to be a cocktail singer before the session. Then I could have regenerated the image.
We didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't reveal it until the tail end.
You should have known. That's on you.
Right.
Right, so he will disappear off stage. What's this link?
It's a bumpkin in Star Wars.
Yeah,
There
he's
you go.
missing both legs.
So yeah, he'll disappear off stage, heading out the back. Darrell, you won't know exactly where he is, and of course you don't have access out backstage unless there's something you're going to do to get access.
Oh, there's something I'm going to do.
Here comes the country bumpkin.
I'm going to follow him, kind of like from the James Bond franchise Jaws, and I'm just going to kind of like swim through people with my long arms, and I'm just going to kindly just move through everyone, and like a brick, I'm just going to keep going.
All right. Well, you can move through him. To follow him, you'll have to actually go up onto the stage and then exit to the back.
They're going to make you sing.
The back area of the stage.
Yeah, Darrell is totally going to do that.
You will walk up onto the stage. The lights will sort of shine onto you, and the guests that are sort of seated around tables will turn to the stage, and they'll begin clapping as if they're expecting Darrell to be the next act. And you'll hear some whispers. Oh, it's Wookiee.
I'm going to do a soft Wookiee shuffle as I continue to move across the stage, but I'll try a default dancing roll.
God. Right
This
off
is
the
so-
side of the stage.
This is so beautiful.
I can't even imagine what a dancing Wookiee looks like.
This has got to be awesome.
Apparently, neither can Darrell.
So,
So you will start dancing, and it soon becomes apparent that you're not actually a legit show, and some of the people in the audience are sort of laughing at Darrell attempting to look cool.
if I may, I'd like to say that as it's a critical failure, what I should be doing is I get up there, I do a shuffle, trip over my own feet, grab onto perhaps a curtain or something that's, stage-like, and then with my massive size, just pull it all down onto me.
Okay, so who went with Darrell? Was it just Bosco? Or did Luck go as well?
I think Luck was with Nim and Tina.
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately, Bosco's still not here. So the curtain will come down the top Darryl. Some people continue to laugh and others gasp, as this is clearly not supposed to be happening. It's not part of the show. And give me a perception roll, Darryl. You will see security beginning to sort of converge on the stage area.
Okay.
Talk about no plan survives contact with the players.
Exactly. Exactly. So Darryl will get up.
Vision, he's just thrown the adventure into the garbage now.
Darryl will get up and make a fast exit out of the building.
Out of the building?
The country bumpkin thinks this is amazing and is like, yeah, woo, and clapping over his head and stuff.
And then
some old lady trying to shove dollar bills into his satchel.
Right.
Darryl, give me a dex roll. This will be how. This will be a contest of dexes. Your margin of success determines whether you will be tackled by security, which are probably a little bit hesitant to tackle a Wookiee, or you make it out and they just let you go. With the dex of 10 of the security, they will manage to surround Darryl, and you'll see they'll have stun battens in hand as Darryl. You're surrounded by 3 security. They seem quite intimidated by your size. They hit the button on their stun baton, and you get that electric arcing at the end of the baton.
Okay. Darryl, he's not an idiot. He'll put his hands up and start making kind of a sound of like, okay, okay.
Give me another reaction roll.
I do have a +1 from social regard 1, respected. That might bump it up to neutral. I don't know.
Let me do this.
That's only if they know.
Oh, that's right.
I will assume that Bosco is going to intervene, and
Is he? Is he gonna go? No, I'm not with that guy.
never met him. Let's have a look.
They all look the same to me.
I think his disads may be such that if he's like got sense of duty to the team, then
Yes. Sense of duty to the rebel cause.
yep.
Not
So
to the team.
probably yeah. But he's part of the
Yeah,
the
near
cause.
enough.
He's part of the cause.
And he's overconfident. And he also has a quirk. Inclined to help others. So, yes, he will intervene.
But two,
Fast
both
talk.
of them sitting in a cell, going, "Well, that escalated fast."
His fast talk is better than diplomacy. So he will attempt to bullshit his way out of this.
Oh my God! That lady with the knife! She's gone crazy over there.
Now, he's usually putting his charisma into that as well.
So that will be a succeed by heaps. All right. After some negotiation, he settles the security, and you hear him saying, "Okay, we just want to leave. There's no harm done. No one got hurt. It's all good."
He's just drunk.
That social regard one is actually racial.
Is it?
It is.
It's an
Interesting.
odd one.
And you will.
Maybe the thing you were talking about, Daniel, with Wookiees have the racial rep.
But I don't know if social regard actually fits that, but I guess.
You will leave the casino to the sight of an old lady running in front of the security. She's yelling out,
You'll never take me alive! Got a big old bag full of credits.
"Yeah, just try
And in
catch
her
me,
other-
copper."
And in her other hand, she's got one of those tasers. Where did she get that?
Yeah, she's managed to wrestle the stun baton off one of the security, and she's running through the casino.
She's totally a Claudite. She's one of those shape changers. So, you know, once she gets clear, she's going to change her face and come right back in and do this again.
Totally.
So this will be one of Daryl's quirks. He likes to think he can do a Wookiee soft shoe shuffle.
Beautiful.
All right, so you will be escorted out of the casino and instructed not to come back here.
All right, he'll kind of groan and moan and walk.
And in all the commotion, you have sort of lost sight of Greeva and where he disappeared to behind the stage.
All right. And are any of the other three, since Bosco's kind of a glitch at the moment, are any of the three? I think they heard me say that I had found the guy.
Yes. Presuming you used the comms.
Yes, I did.
And Luck, you can understand Wookiee.
Yep.
I think. Yeah, so all
I think
good.
there's several of us can. I think Nim can, and maybe Tina as well.
Tina's at broken, but she can kind of piece it together.
Nim can if he's got his translator turned on.
Oh, I thought you did it normally. Maybe it's Bosco that I'm thinking of. Right. Well, clearly we need to go there.
Well, by the time you get there, you will see that Daryl and Bosco are being cast out of the casino by security with stun buttons.
Daryl is like rolling up a massive curtain and tossing it right back at the security. And
Every time Daryl makes a bit of an aggressive move, you'll see that the security will sort of flinch and take a step back and raise their buttons.
And I'm also kind of curious why those one guys are sitting down bleeding and are unrelated and are looking terrified anytime an old lady walks by.
Yeah, there's one guy that's sort of sitting on the ground, holding his head. It's been beat up. It's been beat up, and yeah, you have no idea why.
Right. So we know the dude's in there.
And here you thought we were going to find trouble.
Indeed. So how do we get access to it? Because it looks like our talker is been kicked out and can't go back in. Guess that leaves you, Nim.
And just wait for him to come out. Or at least look at the program, see if he's on later. We'll ask the info kiosk.
Sure. That's an IQ +4 roll.
He's just crit hunting now.
Yeah, we're used to it. Tried to fail.
Apparently
I
no one
didn't.
else causes any drama. You will get information. I'll have the universe decide who hasn't made a roll recently. Luck's got some Z's on him, so let's have Luck make a universe reaction roll. This will determine whether he's got more shows on this day.
Good.
Yes, he has
Wow.
another show
He's like-
in an hour's
he's-
time.
Back to back to back to back. He gets like 30 minutes off and then has to get back up there.
Unless he gets shivved by an old lady.
Yep, that's what's going to happen. We're going to get in there to talk to him, and he's going to be dead. And you're going to see the old lady going out the window with the bloody knife.
So
Well,
in an
come
hour's
on, I'll
time,
lay you
he has
around.
another show. Except Darryl is banned from the hotel. Bosco can probably talk his way back in since he's wasn't an offender, but Darryl is at least banned. Casino.
Drill just braids his hair differently and then walks back in. Nobody knows it's the same one.
In that case, you'll see other Wookiees just being turned away. Because, all Wookiees look alike.
And then that honks some of them off, and a fight ensues.
And, yeah, the foyer area has several arms laying around on the ground. So you're going to go in and wait for his next show?
Yeah, might as well just wait at the bar. Get a drink.
All right, well, you wait at the bar.
I totally envisioned Darrell deciding, you know what? While we're waiting, I'm going to go over here and do some gambling.
I'm going to step back and let the others see how their dice rolls go.
Well, you could go to a different casino and do some gambling.
You could
True.
sneak around back and try to go in the back entrance.
Yeah, you could totally try and sneak in. Give me a stealth roll. You can sneak your way back in.
This is really not my night for rolls, but I don't even have. I do.
No, it's not.
That's if you want to. You can of course just go somewhere else.
What kind
Or
of
wait.
chicken?
Yeah. I'm not going to try and go back in. I really don't think we need more diversion from whatever goal
But
you
it'd
guys
be
are trying
funny.
to achieve. Yeah, I'm sure
You-
it would.
You don't want to turn the campaign into another prison break.
Right. I will simply go into a different bar and try my hand at the tables there.
Sure. Give me. You can give me one roll, and that will represent your entire time at this bar. So, your stake.
Oh, my stake, I'm going to put in 1,000 credits.
The old lady has turned up to the same casino. And what was her skill? 11. So she succeeded by 5.
Do we need to roll those again?
No, We'll just take the old lady's
I
roll.
was just being a smartass here. You didn't have to use it.
So,
That's good. It's an awesome roll.
so what did I lose?
So you would have
Your
lost
tuxedo.
20%, so you lose 200.
Okay. I'm
The rest of you,
I'm
you'll
gonna start
wait at the
buying that
bar.
old lady- I'm going to start buying that old lady drinks.
He's gonna recruit her.
She's pretty spry for an old lady.
Does she actually speak Wookiee?
No, she doesn't. But she's talking to Daryl as if she does. So there's a conversation happening, but it's entirely one-sided. She tells you about her grandson or children, and her grandson, how he's
Piece of crap. Went and joined the Imperials. And after she fought and bled for the Separatists.
and she'll just tell a story, and Daryl doesn't even answer, but she will answer for him. She says, "Yeah, that's right. He is a total piece of shit."
I'll wave at the bartender to send her more drinks.
She just starts talking more. The rest of you wait at the bar, and as the clock ticks, eventually the show will start, and Greeva will step out onto stage. Music will begin, and he will begin to sing another set. Surprisingly, he has quite a good voice on him, even though he looks angry and weaselly. What is your plan?
Well, we should probably discuss the plan while we're listening to him sing, because, well, again. All right, speakers. How do you
What the hell are we
recommend
gonna
we
do?
go? I don't know. That's why I'm asking those of you who are more social engineer types.
Yeah, I guess we just catch him at the end of the act and go over there like we're congratulating him or something and say, what do we say?
Throw your panties up on stage?
Throw somebody's panties up on stage.
Don't look at me.
So do we have a problem with saying that Nara sent us? Will he know that name?
Probably
No,
not.
we're probably not looking for it. We're just going to ask about Dexar.
I think we just need to see if so we congratulate him on a fine performance and ask if he knows where we can find Dexter.
And he's totally going to be like, "Get me out of here, please. Help."
The old lady runs this show.
And she's a psycho.
Yeah, I can't think of any other angle at this point. Just come out and say the name and see what it comes of it.
Is Luck going to be suited up?
He's got but he generally wears the poncho over most of it.
Okay.
I mean, anybody who has any brains can probably awareness will be able to look at him and go, okay, yeah, I know what he's actually wearing the armor. But
All
you
right,
said
so
that
you
wasn't.
may or may not be wearing the helmet.
No, he's not wearing the helmet. He's probably
Righto.
got the helmet with him, but he does say he's not wearing it.
Okay.
I suppose what I'd probably end up doing here, since we found him through streetwise contacts, assume that he's a criminal type, and use either streetwise or savoir-faire mafia or whatever's appropriate for the initial contact.
All right. So his set will finish, and you guys have walked up on stage walked up to the stage, and are trying to get his attention.
So I think what
Huck
we'll
is
do
probably
is,
going to be loitering back.
yeah, they don't need to be right next to me when I do that. I think what I'm going to do is put the name on a slip of paper or something, and slip him a tip, and ask if he knows where we can find that guy.
All right. So as you're sort of standing at the stage, getting his attention, you'll see he'll pull from his pocket some like cards, sort of like business card sized stuff. He'll walk up to the stage and he'll walk up to you at the end of the stage, and he'll give you one of these cards, and he'll say, "Thank you for coming." Here.
Yeah, no problem.
He'll hand you the card, and you'll see it is just a pre-printed autograph. Pre-printed autograph with his name and the name of the casino and stuff like that. He will.
Okay.
He hands you this autograph, pre-printed autograph. Thanks you for coming. Glad you enjoyed the show. He doesn't really, it's like he's in autopilot. So he's
Right.
just doing his thing. He doesn't really pay attention to you. And he goes to, you're the only one that's there at the time, and he sort of goes to turn around and head backstage.
So he's gonna as he's handing him the autograph thing, he's gonna say, "Hey, can you sign that to my friend Dexar? I'm trying to find him."
All right. At the mention of Dexar, you see that he's pulling out another one of these cards to give you, and then you sort of mention Dexar, and he looks at you. How close are your party members to you at this point?
Tina is a few feet away. She's dancing. Probably looks a little bit like Elaine from Friends, but dancing out on the floor.
So totally not paying
A
attention.
couple of moves away, I guess it'd probably be about appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luck is back over there against one of the walls, mostly watching the rest of the crowd and making sure Tina doesn't cause trouble with whatever it is she's doing right now.
Does Nim have body language?
Nope.
Point of order in that regard. Bosco probably is with us, so he may be at this chair, so he
That's
may
true.
have body language.
Tina
Sure.
does, but she's
Yeah.
she would be probably at some kind of minus penalty because she's watching, but she's dancing as well, probably bumping into people.
She's body languaging the hot guy that's also on the floor.
Maybe.
Let's see. Did he pick up body language?
That's
I want
it.
to say
There's
he did.
He
another
has
guy.
an 8.
There's another guy on the floor, and he's wearing nothing but cayenne.
Wow.
Well done.
All right. So Bosco would be standing next to luck. And Bosco's going to see that Greeva's completely caught off guard. It's like totally unexpected. And it's sort of almost literally got the hairs on the back of his neck bristling. And he'll say to Nim, he'll take a couple of defensive steps back, and he'll say to Nim, Dexar, sure, here, give him this card.
I'll pay him the money.
So he will slip him the tip, though, as intended, and say, "Yeah, we're friends of his sister."
He will acknowledge that you're trying to hand him the tip, but he doesn't take it,
He's
just
recoiling.
Just steps back, and something's sort of got him defensive, and he says, "Well, I'll have to go now. Give my best to your friend." And he will head backstage, but before he sort of disappears behind the curtain, he does give you a sort of rather serious looks back, gives you a rather serious, concerned look.
On the comms, Nim is going to say, "Daryl, I have a feeling he's going to take a run for it."
All right. Hearing that, I will make a move out of the bar to watch the exit of the bar I'm banned from.
Man, at least the old lady didn't blink and suddenly you find a knife at your throat. I'm not done talking.
No, but his satchel's missing.
Those of you that are inside, what is your plan at this point?
I do believe we spooked him.
But we're still no closer to finding the dude than we were before.
Well, yeah.
He definitely, the name Dexar definitely clicked with him.
Maybe you should have asked about that name while you were poking around too. Totally gonna find out that dude Dexar is now like the top mob boss on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on while I take some notes.
Or worse, he's dead and Greeva killed him.
He's
Maybe
in his
both.
trunk.
All right, so he seems to be spooked, disappears behind the curtain. Those of you that are still in the casino, your plan at this point?
Now what?
Probably make a quick exit just to make sure we can catch him if he does bolt.
Start exiting quickly. Grab Tina by the arm. Telling her,
"Come on,
we got to
Nancy
go.
Queen."
Oh man.
So you'll make your way out of the casino quite quickly. Daryl, you're looking for like a back exit or staff entry to the casino.
Yes.
I think a perception roll or observation, if you have it, would work for that.
Finally.
There you go.
Nice.
Not a problem. You will head out back and you you'll sort of be in time to see the door that says staff only, no entry, sort of fire escape door open, and you'll see Greeva quickly hurrying out.
Only to be
Um,
cornered by the old lady who shanks him to death.
He will he will look around, clearly looking for someone. If he see, or his eyes will sort of scan past you, but it's not like he acknowledges you as who he's looking for. And then he quickly begins to move from the casino down the street.
I am going to shadow him.
Do you have shadowing?
I do.
Make a roll, please. I think you're also a -1 due to your size modifier.
Probably.
Curious. The defender wins in any contest. Who is the defender in
depends
this
on the
case?
contest. If this is a regular contest, which I think shadowing typically is, then it's just I think nobody wins.
I thought it was a quick contest between skills.
Yeah,
Might
it's a
be,
quick contest. Roll a quick contest.
In which
every
case
10
it'd
minutes.
be the guy
First
that he's following.
Yeah. Yeah. Once the subject is aware you are shadowing him, roll a quick contest every 5 minutes. You're shadowing versus his shadowing your stealth. If he wins, he eludes you. If he loses by more than 5, he thinks he eluded you.
Okay, so in this case, he will notice that you're shadowing. He will be frequently looking over his shoulder at you, and then he takes this opportunity to just run, trying to disappear into the crowd.
Okay.
You can coordinate with your team who have exited the building, and you can say, he's heading down this street to the west.
Yeah, I will do that.
Actually, let's see.
Ah, okay. It specifically says a tie means nobody won.
So a tie means nobody won. So what does that mean in this case?
Well, I think I would continue shadowing, and
Yeah, probably.
I think it would just be like a nil result, ultimately.
Well, a nil result means that you won, technically.
That is kind of tricky in this situation.
Yeah. The skill just says if you lose the subject.
Just re-roll.
Sure, let's do it that way.
Okay.
Ha!
For reals?
That's the same result, isn't it?
Yes.
They tied again.
How about this? Since you tied twice, you lost sight of him, but he didn't know that you were shadowing him.
All right.
So, after a little bit, you're following, and then you just sort of lose him in the crowd, but he wasn't aware that he was being shadowed.
Okay. Well, I will go back to the casino and find the group.
Actually, I got a better idea. I will retcon that. This is Star Wars. These things happen all the time.
Telling you, it's going to be the old lady. She's going to step out and shank him. Oh no, it's a chase.
So what's the short range band?
How now?
The short range band that goes up to 20 yards, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like pistol range, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Give me 1 second while I set this up.
Yeah, just kind of looking at that the write up for shadowing. I think
wow. That's awesome.
because Daryl didn't actually lose. So you could make the case that he didn't lose him.
Yeah, but then he didn't win. Then by default he won.
No.
See, the
It
other
is a
guy
bit
didn't
pedantic,
lose
but he
either.
didn't lose. So what it specifically says is if you lose sight. It's the best I can do.
So I don't lose sight, and the other guy doesn't notice me. And we continue to do the shadowing until he either gets to his location or one of us fails.
Something really cool is that it appears that Fantasy Grounds remembers which token folder you had open last. So when you open a token folder, instead of resetting to the sort of root folder, it now remembers the folder that you had opened previously.
That is new, isn't it?
I believe so.
I've always wished it would do that.
We'll do a chase, just because I want to do a chase.
Yeah, if you use the chase, you don't have to worry about it.
Combat tracker. I will leave Bosco off the chase.
Well, Daryl's not going to do very well with chasing. He does not have running.
You can use Dex.
And that's crappy too. But all right.
Is it
Oh.
really?
So
My Dex
you're
is terrible.
saying he actually got spotted and now he's bolting.
Yes.
Thought you were going to do a shadowing chase.
Zhush.
Either or. It'll result in a chase. A shadowing chase, that could be interesting. Rolling and you're shadowing instead of your running or dex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so G is the distance that he is from Daril, and H is the distance he is from the rest of you that have just exited the casino. At this point, we will assume that he doesn't know that he's being followed. And we'll roll shadowing each turn.
Yay,
So-
I actually have that skill. I'm not great at it.
We'll use dex and running for the purpose of the chase rolls, but we'll make a shadowing roll each turn to see if he knows that he's being followed.
How the hell do I not have running?
All right, so the quarry will choose his maneuver, and the quarry will choose move, since he has no idea that he's being followed. He's just going to move as quickly as he can. Pursue
I
is-
suppose we are probably all making a move.
Yep.
Yes, confirmed. It does remember the token folder that you've got open.
Nice. So the three of us that are not Duril should probably decide if we're going to stick together or not.
That's
And I wonder-
a good question.
Wonder if we should be making a group roll.
We can make a group roll. That's not a problem if you stay together. But
At
if you
least
do that,
initially.
then you'll have to work off the slowest
Mm-hmm.
slowest move.
Does Tina actually have shadowing? I would be surprised if she did.
No, she does not.
That's what I thought. But it's, at least luck does.
Yep.
So if I recall correctly, that's going to put. I'm assuming I'm going to have the best at 16, and that'll put me at a -1.
Terrain narrows one step. So it starts at normal, I think. So it now goes to tight. We'll use V for that.
He went down into an alleyway.
I guess that would affect how far he can get ahead before we lose him. What's V? Oh,
V.
marker. Gotcha.
So he's currently in normal.
But you said it went to tight.
Oh, that's right. It went to tight.
You could use the get into the counters and pull out the finger pointer.
I can do that. That's better than a V pointer.
All right, so if we're all doing a move, then it's gonna go straight to the contest, if I'm not mistaken.
It will.
So I'm gonna go ahead and roll for our group. And roll reasonably well. And Daryl will roll his somewhat less well.
There may be speed bonuses here.
Well, I don't know that it would matter in this case unless
And
we
you
actually
have
start breaking
Probably
out into
not,
a run.
because it's generally 7. I think you need to have for the bonus.
and you also have complementary skill rolls. Urban
True.
survival if you have it.
Now, that is one that Tina does have.
Me too. And I succeeded by 2.
Do we all need to roll complimentary skill rolls, or
Don't have to.
No. We'll take 2. Up to 2 people can assist with the complementary roll.
so?
Damn.
What all would be the complementary? There's urban survival. Would stealth be one?
In this case, sure.
Ironically, the one wearing all pink is making stealth rolls.
And doing extremely well at it.
Indeed. Not well enough for a +2, though.
Are we saying stealth is a complementary skill roll?
It can be. Since you are a separate chase, you can make a roll for yourself.
Meh.
Well, it's +1 anyway.
Takes away my size modifier penalty.
Okay, so make the chase roll.
That's done.
Which one was it?
The other group got a 5 up.
And I got a 1 up.
Okay, so and he will succeed by where's my roll? There. All right, so it hasn't changed. Now, can I get a shadowing roll from Daryl? He will succeed his perception by 6, so Daryl will have to do really well on the shadowing.
Am I applying the sort of the stealth success
Sure.
to this?
Sure. I'll allow it.
All right.
Makes sense in this case. So you get a +1 stealth assist. In this case, he has
You
now
stand
noticed that Daryl is following, and he will now sort of break into a run.
Well, hopefully he'll run disadvantageously towards the others.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Terrain widens.
It's because he ducked into an alleyway and then the Wookiee followed him. And he went, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is this Wookiee following me down this alley?
Indeed. So he sees the Wookiee and he makes for an open street. He's
Well, we're
he's
gonna
now
need speed
running down
bonus
the
now.
mall. All right, so next turn.
Speed. +2 for move 5, +3 for 6 to 7.
Okay, so what was it for 5? +3?
In chat.
I move at 5.
All right, so he's at +2. What is Daryl?
Drill is a move of 6.
So Darrell will be at +3. And I assume that your group is going to stay together, so you're going to be moving at the slowest pace of the slowest.
I suppose that would be true, yes. Well, actually, at this point, if he's breaking into a run, we may as well not stay together. So I'm not waiting up.
Right up. So he will choose move. You guys can choose your maneuver.
I think I'll stick with a move for now.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, we don't have any attacks or anything, so we simply go to the chase roll. So it'll be
Do
your...
the thing.
If you want to do complimentary rolls, you're welcome to.
Now these are all
I-
individual.
These will
I
be individual
am gonna
rolls, yes.
do urban survival as a compliment.
Nope, not for me.
I don't think a failure results in a 1. I don't think a failure results in a penalty.
It does.
It does? Okay.
Yeah, if you don't have a good enough skill, it's you don't want to even bother attempting it.
Okay, so Darrell, can you make your complimentary skill roll if you're making one?
Well, I don't think I have anything that would complement in this case then. Because I'm not trying to be stealthy.
Okay, so then we go straight to the chase roll.
You could use
Drill.
intimidation to park the crowd in front of you.
Yes, I suppose I could use intimidation to part the waters, as it were.
I don't think your skill's that high, though.
Yeah, it's not really all that high. But hey, it's worth a try.
That rhymed.
Yeah, take that +3 off that.
Okay, so you are going to be at a +4 to your chase roll. For your speed and your complimentary. So everyone can make their chase rolls.
Chase rolls.
He will succeed by 0.
Good God.
Sorry, succeed by 2.
Okay, so speed plus my 1 for assist plus
Nothing else.
Ah. We need to fix the tracker situation, but we'll get to that.
Success by 4.
So no change for luck.
Damn.
And here comes mine. Oh,
Take the first one. So you're at +4, so no change for Darrell.
And
there's
you
a
got Mel dice tonight.
potential change from Mel. She will actually get closer. So Mel now joins Darrell at short range.
So should Nim. He got by 12.
Nim got 2.
Wow. Okay. Did not see that. So Nim, you're right on his heels.
Which is about right.
He is getting rather desperate. So, new turn. Roll table. Terrain widens 2 steps. So, he has moved into, he's running through an open park. New turn. He's going to attempt a stunt.
Is he now?
He will attempt. The park has a sort of a waterway. He's going to attempt to leap over the waterway and make his escape, taking a -1 or -2 penalty for his stunt, which is a +1 to his chase roll.
Right. Well, I'm going to follow the stunt.
I'm not. I'm just going to go over it.
You get to add your jetpack bonus then to your chase roll.
Is that a mobility?
I don't think there's a mobility pursuit. Oh no, there is.
There's a mobility
There is,
pursuit.
isn't
Yeah.
there? Let me actually look it up and see. Yep, that makes sense.
No, you don't actually have to do the stunt to follow a guy who's doing a stunt. It's just he'll end up getting a bonus, and if you don't actually do the stunt with him, you're not going to get that bonus.
He's only getting a +1 at this point.
I'll just stick on move.
Okay. Everyone's chosen their maneuvers. Is there any effect of mobility pursuit?
How did that work? I don't remember how we did that. Let's see. Mobility pursuit, cut off your quarry by taking a route that he cannot, i.e. fly, etc. Conditions, well, we know the conditions. Chase rolls +5. If you win, you must use any range shift to reduce range. So, yeah, that's not that complicated, actually.
So just a +5.
Sounds about right.
Okay. You may make your complimentary rolls. Oh, sorry.
Well,
those making the
he's
stunt
gotta-
need to make the stunt roll.
So he's got to do his stunt. And so the stunt is at -2.
Yes.
And then the chase roll is a +1.
He will fail his stunt.
Okay, what skill was he using? Was that jumping?
Dex.
Just Dex. Or would jumping be appropriate here?
Jumping would be appropriate.
Wow. Okay, well, I made that one easily enough.
So he still gets the bonus, but next move he has to take emergency action.
Yep.
Okay, that's all maneuvers. I guess mobility pursuit, make a roll on your jetpack.
Yeah, I'm in process of making sure I got everything right.
Okay, so We still need to do complimentary, I guess.
Success by 2.
Okay, you can make a complimentary roll.
I will compliment urban survival again. And succeed.
Ditto and ditto by 1.
All right, so that's your complimentaries. Oh,
Ha-ha!
There you
Real
go.
starts shouting at people, "Get out of the way!"
What does
In
that give
Wookiee.
me for a bonus?
+1 to your chase roll.
Excellent.
All right, so we shall then go to chase rolls. I'll do him first.
Chase rolls.
So he's at a +1. Whoops.
That's not what you roll. That's a good roll.
So he will succeed +3. So he succeeds by 6.
That was weird. Cock dice.
So, correct me if I'm okay, right. Yeah, so in action 2, with the movement, you use the max speed.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right.
And that's doubled for MPH, right?
Yeah, I think
The
the
move.
I think the way it reads out on there, they actually use miles per hour.
Yeah, it's like, but the generally move is
Oh, you
Double.
got him.
acceleration / top, and then I double that.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
double move.
Gotcha.
Or is it half? Yeah, it's double.
So for Darryl, he has managed to get a little bit further away. Tina stays at short. Luck will get closer.
Success by 13.
Did you include the +5 for mobility
I
pursuit?
did not. I forgot about that. So by 18.
Yep, you.
All right,
you
so
caught up.
you're right on top of him.
All right. Well, I didn't lose against him, so I could have actually got ahead of him if I needed to.
Well, I don't think you can get any closer than close.
I know, right? We all need jetpacks. Except for me, a jetpack would slow me down.
This one. So the stunt opportunity penalty to stunt, including evade obstacles. So this is a forced. This is a forced condition. I
Right.
think.
Well, so at the end of that round, since I was already right there with him and Luck just arrived on the scene, I'm going to be yelling out at him, "We just want to talk." Stop running.
All right. So
Right,
he's
he has
forced to do emergency
action,
action.
right? Yeah.
Okay. So move and attack for Luck.
Yeah, he's just going to tackle him. Or try to.
I guess that would actually just be an attack.
Yep. At close range, melee attacks are possible. If anyone successfully grapples, the chase ends immediately.
You don't need to move.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
My mistake.
No, I think if you do an attack, it means next turn you're at penalties to your move. If you do move and attack, your chase roll is at -2, but you're not at penalties, if I recall correctly.
Right, but we're already there. And he's got to do emergency action.
Yeah, true. Okay, resolve any attacks or skill rolls. So
You'll go first, Nim, because you have a higher basic speed.
Right. Nim is just going to grab at him, although he is still claiming that
just want to talk.
we're here to talk. So penalties? I guess I don't need one. Yeah, just grab him for his shirt or whatever. Yoink. Made by 4.
He fails his dodge. He's grappled.
He is grabbed.
Which case, the chase stops immediately.
Well, we can resolve
Suppose he could escape.
the attacks.
Actually, that's an interesting question. Can you attack if you're doing an emergency action?
No, you can't.
So technically, he can't escape this round.
All right, so Judo, you're just grappling as well?
Yep.
All right, he's double grappled. The rest are just moves, so we will just end it here. It ends.
Yay!
So Luck and Nim, you grab hold of this guy. The rest of the group will catch up shortly. He says, I think you got me confused. I'm not the person you're looking for.
Well, that's true. We're looking for Dexar. Why don't you just tell us where he is? We could be on our way.
He will sort of eye you a little bit confused.
We're
He
here
will-
to rescue him.
He will sort of hesitantly say, so you're here for Dexar? You're not here for me?
Yeah, his sister sent us to come get him.
So you're not bounty hunters?
Nah, well,
today.
not in a traditional sense anyway. Although I have considered it.
So have I.
You
Actually.
you can see that he relaxes a little bit and says, what do you want with Dexar?
Like I said, his sister sent us to come get him.
I didn't
She
know
was
he had a
worried about
sister.
him.
Yep,
I don't
we're
even
gonna
know the
find-
guy.
We're going to totally find out that's not his sister.
Probably.
I didn't know he had a sister.
They keep telling me she's attractive. I don't see it.
Can we get on to the point where you tell us where he is?
He says, I don't know if it's in my interest to tell you. We have a code.
Well, how much does your interest cost?
Don't exactly feel like snitching on one of my buddies.
Well,
Well-
it's not snitching if we're rescuing him.
So you say.
Well, it's true.
What if you don't want to be rescued?
We haven't got to that point yet.
Last I remember, Dexar wasn't no prisoner.
Well, what's he doing?
he'll shrug and he'll just say, "Working."
What's he in the mob or something?
Something like that.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Depending on who you ask.
So I guess this is a case for the getting information without interrogating.
One could make that case.
So if I recall, it was a influence roll. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right. So I would probably use Streetwise given the situation. Seems appropriate. I suppose luck could find something to contribute with, although intimidation would probably be a bad choice here. Unless that's just how he's feeling.
And amusingly, the track, the mouse icon is just over the dice next to intimidation.
Yeah. Actually, everybody else should be caught up by now, so Bosco's technically here as well.
Yes.
So I could get a couple of compliments out of that. And there's probably no reason we can't sweeten the pot. Now, what was the standard? We had actually figured out what the standard pay was, so we could figure out what the standard bribe was supposed to be. And I don't know that we actually wrote that down.
I'm just having a quick look at the notes if we did that.
Which would frankly make a whole lot of sense if we were to actually write that down as much as we have to use it.
We did not write that down.
You wouldn't remember what page that was on, would you?
It's in the standard of living stuff. I think it's in campaigns.
Was it?
I believe so.
I thought that was only in social engineering. Where the hell was that? That's
This
Game
old lady.
Worlds.
She's nasty. She's a machine.
She
You know-
doesn't have pity, doesn't have remorse. She absolutely
Nah.
will not stop until you are dead.
Cue the Terminator music.
That's right.
All right, well, here's the wealth levels on 517.
Page 44. A cash bribe should be about equivalent to 1 day's income for a +2 bonus, 1 week's income for a +2, 1 month for a +3, and 1 year's for a +4. I will make a note.
That's income, which means, well, okay, but they have the typical monthly pay. So which one was 1 month?
+3.
1 month is +3, and this would be tech level 10 or 11 at this point. Is it just generally 10? Or is it 11? So we'll use 11 then. So +3 will be 8,100. Bribery. So +2 was what? 1 week?
Week's income.
And the other one was 1 day. So I guess we would divide that first one by 30. Oh, come on. 8,100 divided by 30. 270 is your +1. And your +2 is going to be times 14. No, times 7. 1890. So right around 2K.
What's +3?
All right.
What's +3?
8,100. So that
And +4 is what?
I don't know what +4 was.
A year's income.
Oh, a year. So we need 8,100 times 12. $97,200. Are you doing a note as well?
Yep.
Okay, then I won't bother sharing mine. Okay, so having established that, let's go with I'll go with 2K. So we'll get the +2 out of it.
Right up. Make your roll.
Hang on, let me write that down. So that's going to be. Maybe Bosco can reimburse me. So compliments. Anybody pitch it in?
So you're using Streetwise.
Yeah.
So assists can be made on Streetwise.
Yeah, that's definitely not something I have. So anybody with Streetwise may be able to try to assist.
Ah, okay.
So luck will probably like fade
Nope.
into the background a little bit.
So -1.
Tina is not helping.
Sorry.
Does Bosco have Streetwise?
I believe he does, but it's not as good.
Does Darryl have Streetwise?
Yeah. It's a 12, so it's the same as Tina's.
Well,
Better than mine, which is non-existent.
There you go. Cancel
all
that.
right,
message.
so that'll
So
make up for the
cancel
fail.
Tina's.
All right, so straight up roll.
All right, so straight up plus bribe coming up.
Damn.
Yeah, that was by
By
plenty.
8.
All right, so that's a good reaction. So he's going to be somewhat forthcoming with your questions. So what were you asking?
It just occurred to me that I probably should have rolled for the odious personal habit, mouthy, but that would have only bumped it by 1, so it's still good.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, so basically we're just asking about Dexar. Who is he? What's he up to? Apparently he's not in trouble. Where can we
Well,
find him?
the guy relaxes a little and he says, "Just so we're clear, I've gone clean. I've left that life behind me.
Sniper shot
Dexar?
from the old lady.
He's still in the biz. He's one hell of a pilot, that lad. Got himself tied up with the Crimson Corsairs. Don't know if you've heard about them.
We're familiar.
Been party to a few jobs with them. Seems like a good kid."
He's a good kid. Why is he pirating?
He gives you a bit of a sly eye and says, "Not all pirates are bad.
I guess that's true.
Gotta make a living somehow. Life can get tough here out in the rim."
Don't we know it? All right, so can we get a location?
He says, if you're still hanging with the Crimson Corsairs, it's gonna be a little bit hard to get him. He'll be hiding out in the Twilight Vale. Stellara system. You know it?
You know, I think we just heard of that the other day.
They've got themselves a little setup there. Kind of like a space station. Made with a whole bunch of ships they've salvaged. Plugged them all in together and stuff.
That's clever.
But the Vale, it's a dangerous place. Without a proper chart, there's no way you're getting in there and coming out alive.
You wouldn't happen to know where someone come by a chat like that, would you?
He thinks a bit. There's some people that might have it. I don't know anyone offhand. That sort of thing is kept really close. A lot of the
I'm
Corsairs, they'll have that programmed into their ships. So that way people don't need to hand that information around.
Yeah.
Find
well,
some
I have
Corsairs.
a hard time getting a hold of one of those.
Find some Corsairs. Find one of their ships. Perhaps you can hack their navicomp and get a route to their hideout.
That sounds like a tall order, but I guess we'll have to make do.
He says, but last I checked, Dexar didn't need no rescuing.
Well, I guess we'll just have to ask them.
He says, if it ever comes up, you never talk to me, right?
Talk to who?
Some of those boys can hold a grudge.
I already forgot who you was.
He will grin. He says, so we're good, right?
Yeah,
As
yeah.
he sort of, you guys have let go of him.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He will start backing off.
Good luck with that singing career. You seem like you got some promise.
Thanks. And then he will sort of back away until he feels comfortable that you're not going to sort of shoot him in the back. Then he will be on his way. And then you'll hear a blaster bolt from
The old lady.
Uh-huh.
T-1000 old lady. No, he'll walk away
Old lady
and,
was actually
and
an
disappear.
IG-88 wearing some old lady's face.
That's it exactly. Alright, so he will disappear. Unless someone is intending to stop him from doing that.
I'm good.
Yeah, I can't think of any reason why we would.
Alright, so you find yourselves in this park. Quite a nice park, well lit. People strolling about their business, all dressed in finery.
I
What
don't
is
know
your
about
plan
you
now?
guys. I think we're done here.
I think we go back to the ship and check. We maybe already have the info.
How convenient you had a ship.
I know, right? And we used it to get here.
Imagine if you scrapped it. or left it in space like you were going to.
That would have been awkward.
Very unfortunate.
But a little funny.
Then there would have been this whole other heist thing where we had to break back into the Imperial facility to get into the impound yard to get that ship.
Damn it. Now I'm regretting that didn't happen. That would have been hysterical.
Or still another Corsairs ship. So, you're heading back to the ship?
Anybody got any other plans?
Does Darrell want to lose any more money?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Okay, so you will arrive back at your ship. It is on the landing pad exactly where you left it. Does not seem to be tampered with or anything like that.
Beep, beep.
Tina will take the opportunity to give it a once over, make sure everything's good.
Okay, everything looks good. No tracking devices or anything like that placed on the hull.
Well, let's see if we got the nav data.
There we go. Okay, so I'm going to need a navigation hyperspace.
Thought he was going to say dodge roll because we had to dodge the explosion.
Okay, so you'll start combing through the Navicomp, and there is some like hidden files or hidden routes that have been locked down and protected with passwords. Tina, you feel that you could probably hack these?
Yep, I think she will.
Or splice them, I should say, to be more
Yeah,
Star Trek, not Star Trek, Star Wars.
let
Almost
me take a
committed
look
a
at
sin
something
there.
real quick.
Almost. What are you talking about? Almost.
Okay, so Tina will pull out Haxer and turn the bot loose on it.
All right, so Haxer will interface with the ship's data port or open hacking port.
Need to have a little bit where you hang him off the rear view mirror.
That actually sounds kind of fun. Okay, so hacking roll or
You can make a hacking roll. This is going to be a bad 2, so it's -2 on the hacking roll. You do have extra time, so since you're not in any particular rush, if you fail, which you didn't fail at all, so Haxer will sit there, do his thing, and then this file or particular route in the Stellara system will become visible.
And he does a happy spider dance.
yep.
Frickin' droids.
That is creepy.
So you now have a route. Fortunately, you guys have been to the Stellara system once before,
Indeed.
so you know your way around. The Stellara system is the system that had Starhaven Station.
We didn't
That's
blow
pretty
anything up when
bold.
we left, did we?
You didn't blow anything up, but you sort of pinned or tried to pin the whole lot on the Corsairs as you vacated.
Right. Yeah, we left some bodies behind in the hangar.
And then took their ship. There was a bit
They
of
weren't
commotion
using it.
with the Nebulon frigate causing a distraction.
Right, there was
But-
explosion.
Not a Nebulon frigate. It's a
Sorry,
Corellian
the
Corvette.
Corellian Corvette. Yeah, you were causing a little bit of havoc, but that was mainly with the Imperials that were there doing repairs. They have since departed, unless they chose to change the terms of the agreement.
Mm-hmm. How long
But
ago
why
was that?
would they alter them?
You never know. Someone might have done stuff.
How long ago was that?
A while. I don't know. We're not sticking to particular schedules.
Weeks,
we'll
months,
say months.
years?
We'll say months. Actually, we'll say months because it's been more than 2 months, because that's how long Palace was vacated
Right.
for. So more than 2 months. Less than a year. Because Panaka's still alive.
All right, so we actually have the data now.
You do have what appears to be a route through the Twilight Vale.
What kind of hazard is that?
It's like a nebulous hazard. It's like a nebula. People have gone in to explore and investigate, and few have returned.
Right. So we have that information, but how do we actually use it? Because they're not going to. I'm struggling with believing that they just go, "Oh yeah, welcome to the crew. You're pirates, right?"
Well, it would stand to reason, I suppose, that we could come in under the guise of being the crew we took out.
Not all of them died.
Well, won't they be surprised?
And if that was multiple months ago, they're going to be like, "Okay, well, what the hell? What took you so long?"
Well, obviously, if they are in the vicinity, they would recognize that we are not them. Unless we do some amazing disguise work. But yeah, so we've got how do we get in there, and then we've got what do we do with Knucklehead? Because chances it doesn't sound like he's going to want to go. Now, I think I know what Bosco would say.
Which is,
He's got some fine sedatives that will do the trick.
Well, since Bosco's not here to sort of aid with any particular planning and stuff, and we're kind of close to time, how about we wrap it up here, and begin with a planning session next time.
Probably reasonable.
Sounds good. And Nosh is out next week. He doesn't love us
Right.
anymore.
Yeah, out next week, or as far as I know.
Well, I guess he stays in the ship then.
Sounds good. All right, so everyone will get 2 points.
2 points.
And I guess I should add at least a token point for turning up to FX. Actually,
Yeah,
I feel
he did
Give-
try.
we'll give him the 2 points. It's not his fault. He at least appeared.
And
Apparently
then
I forgot give
everything went to
myself some
crap.
points.
Yep, I'll just do the right character, so we're good. Any questions or bookkeeping before we wrap it up?
Not at
Nope.
this moment.
Very well. Then, if you are watching this and you have any questions, corrections, suggestions, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Please consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Thank you for watching. Olympus out.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye-bye.